And hopefully this will spark some thoughts and some comments from you. Solo travel. I'm delighted to say we've got Paula Rooney with us, who's an author based in St Austell, who's going to talk about her new book, Tinsel and Tapas, Solo in Andalucia, Searching for Christmas. Paula, let's go back to, because this isn't your first book, but you concentrate, don't you, on solo travel in your books?
I do, yeah. All three of them are solo travels.
Why? Why did you decide to travel solo? Because I was saying earlier, I'm not like terrified of it. I've done it enough for work, but I find it hard to see the joy in travelling on your own.
I've done a lot of travelling when we were a family. We travelled as a family, and I've travelled with girlfriends, and I've travelled with my other half. We've just got back from Venice, so I love travelling with other people. But I found myself in a position where all my children had flown the nest, and parenting takes up so much of your time.
Oh yeah.
That suddenly, when it's finished and they're all adult, I didn't know what to do with myself. I almost lost my identity a little bit. I just had this burning desire to do what I was going to do before I had my children, like pick up, like that parenting's finished.
As if you put down a painting and then you were going to finish it off later. Yeah,
exactly. So I thought, well, I did really want to go solo travelling, interrailing when I was in my 18, 19, 20. But back then we didn't have the internet. I didn't know how to do it, didn't know how to fund it. So I just got on with my life and didn't do it. And now I'm thinking, well, the future sort of laid out in front of me and I'm not quite sure what to do with it. And I just decided in the garden one day that I was going to go interrailing.
So let's just plug your earlier books and we'll talk about the new ones. So you've got I Hope There's a Kettle in My Room.
Yeah, that was my first interrailing trip.
Yeah.
I literally bought an interrail ticket, backpack, and off I went.
And then you've got Odd Poles and Baggy Trousers on the Camino de Santiago.
Yeah, I walked 500 miles on the Camino de Santiago.
So going back to your first one, which is actually the third book.
Tinsel and Tapas is the third one, yeah.
Yeah, but that goes back to the very start of your solo travelling.
Mm-hmm.
And Tinsel and Tapas, there you are, you're coming up for Christmas. It's not going to be a house full of people because the kids have flown the nest.
Yeah.
And you're like, got the choice between doing a very reduced Christmas or doing something different. Yeah. How did you choose what to do?
Temperature was a lot of it. I thought if I'm going to go away, when on my interrailing trip, I did go to some lovely places I'd like to go back to or go in that area, but it was a temperature thing. I just thought, well, if I'm going to go away at Christmas, I'm going to go somewhere warm. I love Spain. I just adore Spain. I wanted to go to Seville. That was the main reason. I thought, well, I'll just go to Christmas. I'll spend Christmas in Seville. So that's what I did. And then the rest of it all sort of happened around it.
How do you plan it that in a way that's different than you would if you were doing a family holiday or a partner holiday? Do you look for something perhaps a little bit different in where you stay, how you travel?
I like